Hello everyone, welcome to the geography class of standard 9th. The lesson that I'm going to continue today is lesson number 16, pollution, types and sources, given on page number 124 of your geography textbook. The topic that I'm going to take today is types of pollution, given on page number 125 to 127 of your geography textbook of standard 9th. With the following objectives, you will come to know about the categories of environmental pollution like air pollution and its cause, water pollution and its cause, soil pollution and its cause, radiation pollution and its cause, noise pollution and its cause. So now children, open your book on page number 125, types of pollution. In the present age, environmental pollution is increasing and it can interfere with human activities. The main types of pollution are as under air pollution, water pollution, soil pollution, radiation pollution and noise pollution. This is the flow chart of kinds of pollution. Now let us first discuss air pollution. Air pollution is the introduction of chemical particulate matter or biological materials into the atmosphere that cause harm or discomfort to humans and other living organisms or cause damage to the natural environment. Children, among all the types of pollution, air pollution is the most prevalent and ranges forms of pollution of air caused due to the release of smoke from chimney, factories, smoke from the vehicles, something most common, that is the burning of wood. The release of sulfur dioxide and other greenhouse gases into the air causes global warming and has the capacity to cause acid rain. Beside this, air pollution causes asthma, bronchitis, and the more common and dangerous is lung cancer, especially in the big metropolitan cities. Now let us read air pollution from your book. The presence of undesirable, that is unwanted, solid, liquid and gaseous matter in the air which can be harmful to the biotic and abiotic parts of the environment is called air pollution. Here, biotic refers to the living organisms and abiotic refers to the non-living organisms. The main pollutants in the air can be oxides of carbon, sulfur, nitrogen, hydrocarbons and other suspended particulate matter, that is SPM. Air pollution can be both outdoors and indoors, that is it can be inside our houses also and it can be outside in the open areas. This can be due to the natural processes or human activities or both. Children, long-term health effects from air pollution includes heart diseases and respiratory diseases such as emphysema. Air pollution can also cause long-term damage to people's nerves, brain, kidneys, liver and other organs. Some scientists suspect air pollutants cause birth defects. Now page number 126. It is estimated that an average human being can inhale, that is take in, about 16 kilograms of air in one day. So what is the amount of the air taken by the person in one day? That is 16 kilograms. This is about 16 times more than the total amount of food he eats in one day. Thus, the air pollutants, even in small quantity, can do a lot of harm to human beings. Air pollutants are mainly due to the burning of fossil fuels, as I have shown you already the picture of it, burning of coal and petroleum, either in the internal combustion engines or in homes. Nowadays, human activities are responsible for most of the air pollution, like we are burning the woods, cutting the trees, etc. Now, the next type of pollution is water pollution. Water pollution essentially means the contamination of the physical, chemical and biological properties of water. Water pollution is mainly caused due to waste domestic water, industrial water effluents, sewage, etc. Water pollution not only affects or harms the aquatic beings, but it also contaminates the food chain by severely affecting the humans depending upon these. Waterborne diseases like cholera, diarrhea have also been increased in all polluted places. Now coming back to your textbook once again, water pollution. Water pollution may be defined as the presence of undesirable, that is unwanted because of being harmful substances, organic, inorganic, biological or radioactive in water which can make it unfit, that is unsuitable for use by the human beings, animals and marine life. In the present age, due to industrialization, that is the development of industries on a large scale, most of the water bodies are highly polluted as these industries are dumping their complete waste into the water bodies. Clean water is essential for sustenance, that is existence and good health of living organisms. Water pollution can be studied under two headings: pollution of fresh water and pollution of marine water, that is sea or ocean water, that is saline or salty. Fresh water, which is mainly the rainwater or clean water, is one of the basic needs of all living organisms, as all need water to drink. It is actually a medium for various life processes. Due to its high dissolving capacity, water can be easily, quickly polluted. That is, the pollutants easily mix into the water and makes it dirty. Fresh water is needed for agriculture and industrial growths, as the crops can grow well in the fresh water, and in the saline water their growth is retarded. In the present age of technology and large scale industrialization, that is the setting up, the coastal areas of oceans and sea are most vulnerable to pollution. Here vulnerable refers to being exposed to the possibility of being attacked or harmed easily. These areas receive direct discharges from the rivers, that is, they receive a large amount of pollutants from their source directly, which carry a large amount of dissolved and particulate matter. Here, particulate matter means microscopic particles of solid or liquid matter suspended into the air. The oceans and seas are being used as endless dustbins for the waste. The industries use the marine water bodies as a convenient dumping ground for waste which are toxic, that is poisonous in nature, as they may contain the residues of the various metals, chemicals which are diluted into the water. The pollution in the ocean and seas is rapidly, that is quickly increasing due to oil spills. Here oil spills is the escape of oil into the sea or other water bodies from cargo oil tankers, that is the big oil tankers that carry the oil to the oil refineries. Oil losses during offshore exploration, that is the exploration from the sea, and extraction and leakage from the underground pipelines. The work of dredging, which is associated, that is linked with operations to keep the harbors and waterways free from silting, dumps large amount of materials into the marine water bodies. This dredge material also contains oil, heavy metals, nutrients, industrial wastes and sewage sludge. Here, dredge means to clear the bed of a harbour, river or other areas of water by scooping out mud, weeds and rubbish with a dredge. And at the end, sewage sludge refers to the residual semi-solid material that is produced as a byproduct during sewage treatment of industrial or municipal waste water. Now next is soil pollution. Soil pollution is also known as land pollution. This occurs due to the use of insecticide and pesticides and release of industrial waste and mining waste. Deforestation also exploits the soil. Since plants can't grow properly as there are no roots in the soil to prevent the soil pollution and the soil erosion. Thus, children, dumping of garbage and waste material on land or underground in a way that can contaminate the soil and groundwater is termed as land pollution or the soil pollution. The dumped garbage into the soil becomes the breeding ground for rats, mosquitoes, flies, and other disease carriers. It also becomes a source for unpleasant odor and dangerous chemicals which seep into the soil and make it unfit for agriculture. Coming back to your book, let us read soil pollution now. Soil is the thin layer of the earth which comprises mineral particles from the broken rocks, decayed organic matters, that is, humus, formed by the decay of animal waste, plant waste, and dead animals. So, it is the most important mineral for the soil. Living organisms, water, and air. Soil formation is also so process and takes thousands of years to form a very thin layer of fertile soil. As the surface rocks break down into smaller pieces first by the process of weathering, and then they are mixed with organic matter, that is humus mainly, to create a thin layer of soil. So that is why it takes thousands of layers to make a thin layer of fertile soil in the nature. The importance of soil lies in its capacity to produce crops. More the fertile will be the soil, more will be the productivity of crops or the amount of the crops produced. Though the soil is an important component of nature, but children, the fertility of soil can be disturbed by the natural forces and human activities. Natural forces like the action of wind, water, rainfall, and human activities such as dumping of waste materials, increased use of agrochemicals. Agrochemicals are the pesticides, herbicides, or fertilizers used for the management of ecosystem in the agriculture sectors. Mining activities, large scale urbanization. Urbanization means setting up of towns and cities. These activities have destroyed the fertility of soil and its natural composition. So, children, as I have told you earlier also, soil pollution is defined as the change in the physical, chemical, and biological conditions of soil due to the presence of various toxic materials in it, that is, the poisonous materials like pathogenic organisms that increases the toxicity, that is, the amount of poison in the soil, as microorganisms enter the food chains or water and are consequently ingested by man. Substances are added to the soil through the surface runoff or through leaching. Surface runoff here means that the water that goes waste by mixing with the mud, and leaching is the removal of the top layer of the soil under the conditions of high temperature and heavy rainfall. The soil pollutants like fertilizers and pesticides and other chemicals remain in the soil for a longer period of time. Other than these soil pollutants, the garbage, untreated sewage, mining waste, industrial effluents containing chemicals, and nuclear waste also pollute the soil and may endanger, that is, risk the life of humans, animals, and insects. Coming to the most dangerous kind of pollution, that is radioactive pollution. Radiation occurs when energy is emitted by a source and then travels through a medium such as air until it is absorbed by the matter. Radioactive pollution is caused by the dumping of solid and liquid radioactive waste. As you can see in this picture, underwater nuclear weapon testing and explosions may also result in the radioactive pollution. Has the ability to permanently change soil, air, and water due to its harmful effects. To know more details about radiation pollution, let us study it from your book. So, coming back to your page number 127, Radiation is defined as the release of energy from atoms of some elements like radium, uranium, strontium, tritium, etc. It is also the movement of energy in the form of invisible waves through space. The emission of these invisible radiation is known as radioactivity. It occurs due to the presence of deposition of radioactive materials in the atmosphere or environment. When these elements enter into the atmosphere and reach the Earth's surface after nuclear test, they may also reach the Earth's surface with certain kinds of industrial waste. The release of radiations which can degrade the quality of environment and create danger for the living organism is called as radiation pollution. It can be due to natural system and human activities like improper nuclear waste disposal, uranium mining operations, etc. The pollution due to radiation, as I have told you earlier, is most dangerous than any other pollution on the earth. Why so? Because it distorts the cells present, leading to permanent damage of various organs and organ system in the human body. So children, the radioactivity unleashed by nuclear accidents affects living organism for generations, as I have told you above, because it leaves a long term effects on the living organisms. The radioactive pollution related diseases are increasing, especially among children and pregnant women. Discovery of X-rays was welcomed as it helps in the diagnosis, that is, to detect the diseases. It is now known that X-rays alone account for about 80% of harmful artificial radiation exposure to humans. That is why the doctors suggest us not to go for X-rays repeatedly within a short period of time. Thus, the radiation pollution should be seriously considered at the earliest, as it is more dangerous than any other pollution of the earth because it distorts the cells present, leading to permanent damage of the various organ and organ system. We all know that sound forms an integral part of our life. Of us enjoy talking to others and listening music. But talking too loudly to others and listening music too loudly is disliked by all of us, as it creates a lot of noise pollution. Children, what is this noise pollution? Let us study it in detail. Noise pollution is caused when a noise which is of higher intensity than 85 decibels reaches to our bare ears. Thus, any unwanted or unpleasant sound that reaches our ears is called as noise. It may lead to psychological problems like stress and hypertension. Beyond this, it can also interfere with people's daily activities and cause annoyance and stress, leading to various psycho and psychological disorders. It also prohibits concentration. Noise pollution may be caused due to transportation like submarines, aeroplanes, motor vehicles, and ships, etc. Even the deafening sound of siren is also a part of noise pollution. Now coming back to your book, let's read noise pollution given on page number 127. Noise pollution. Sound is measured in decibel. Any sound which is unwanted or unpleasant, that is, which does not please us or our ears, is called as noise. Thus, any undesirable sound which adversely, that is badly, affects the physical and mental health of its recipient is called as the noise pollution. The annoyance due to noise pollution may not be related to the intensity of sound. Loud music may be liked by some people, while even the feeble, that is weak sound, may irritate a sick person. Noise is mainly a feature of modern society and is a problem of city dwellers, that is, the habitats or the people of the city and industrial workers. Noise pollution can be due to natural processes or human activities. It is caused by industries, mining, transport vehicles,
thunder, household, defense sector, loudspeakers, supersonic jets, aircrafts, and other. Loud noise can cause impairment of hearing or total deafness.
Now, at the end of this video, I hope that you have learned about the various type of pollutions. Now your homework is to read the lesson till this part and solve the related question answers. Thank you and have a nice